Hello everyone and welcome back to another Global Lab patch notes reading for October 10th. So it's actually been a couple weeks since I've done this, and right now we are currently on, like the Pearl Abyss holiday, so we didn't have a patch last week, and I don't know if we're having one next week. But anyway, basically Global Lab notes come to the live server the following week, and it's always good to keep up with the notes just to see what's happening, what events might be coming up, and go from there. Anyway, let's read all about this. I didn't really look through it too deeply. I just kind of skimmed it. But the big one for the week is they're enhancing or just like changing the enhancement window UI stuff and everything. So this is not the first time they've done it. If you watch my older videos from, I guess, 9 years ago, basically, they've changed the UI for a lot of things, and whether you like it or not, usually it's gotten better. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so they have changed Nadar's belt, the things you pay for and you get free of them. I think this is actually a good thing, because having them all in one screen just makes things nicer, and you don't have to actually scroll through it. And let's see what the UI actually looks like now. Every time they change it, I have to triple check to make sure I'm actually using crons for everything. So let's see. I assume... Okay, let's look at the picture. So here's where all your fail stacks go. Your enhancement materials, that should be in a different tab. Whatever that is, in the origins or whatever. Fail stack plus the advice of Valks, or whatever the stone thingy is, plus 10, plus 13. Item, enhancement material, cron. Can they... okay, so this thing is a cron. I assume it glows. Okay, so this is the... Dude, why are the tints so different? Okay, so you click it, make sure the crons are on your hammer. So if it's glowing... They should have, I know it's just color-coded, so for most of us will be fine, but, most games should have a colorblind mode, so, if you can't see that color, if it's checked or not, they should still include a checkbox, so you know how, we currently have it, check the crons if you're using it. They should have an equivalent for colorblind. It doesn't affect me, but I can see the importance of it. All right, so it doesn't... Does it look like... I can't... Hold on. It tells you... Yeah, it should just have, the checkbox to confirm that you're using the crons. I can see that going wrong. But anyway. Capris, upgrading your gear. By the way, nowadays, in 2025, you should not be doing this with your Tet armors. You should be buying it directly off the market, because the price of the Pen armors, or Fallen God, is cheaper than Capris full sending it to 10. So just in case you're at that stage of the game, just save up, buy the Fallen God. They're what, 10, 15 billion, at least here on the NA server. So, it's probably cheaper because you get the free pen boss gear from the events or whatever, and then the Capris part is probably more expensive. So I guess it depends. Make sure to do some research on how much it costs on your server, the Capris price, and then go from there. Reinforced bag. What is this one? Basically the bag to show everything, the advice of Valks, all the enhancement stuff. Change to a family unit item. Oh, that's actually really good, because I hate taking out 100 at a time and then just stacking them. Now you can put it in your family inventory. That's cool. And I think, wait, they're coming out with a new, they have the tab, your inventory, your Pearl tab, your family inventory, and then the reinforcement bag. Is that the equivalent of fourth tab for enhancing materials? I think that's a good thing, but we shall see. When the official server is updated on Wednesday the 15th, all will be moved. Okay, so we do have a patch next week. That's good. Very good. Good to know. Simplify items to increase the chance of success in strengthening. Magic Parchment was awarded with the same value of Advice of Falx. I actually, like, I hate using the magical parchments. Those are the things where it's like you combine Magic Parchment with Blackstones, and then you get the Advice of Falx. They need to just remove those things from the game, which is good. Same thing, the secret book, removing the outdated items and just giving you straight up the item, which is a good quality of life. Advice about, okay, so basically they're just getting rid of old items, giving you the item directly. So one less step of things you have to do. Character changes. What is happening? Tamer. When launching a skill forward in the air, control key has been unified to right click. Oh. Okay. Ninja could not move forward. Dude, you know, this sounds like a problem, but literally all the Dark Knight abilities move you forward when you're hitting. So I assume that's the equivalent effect that is now supposed to be. So now you know. It's like ninjas are playing Dark Knights in a way. Lahn. Natural ability. Ooh, a lot more Lahn quality of life. I still never really understood why they put these changes. Like Tamer has a separate window for the changes, but then the class ones are all, they should be individual stuff. Why is it two different things? I don't understand. Whatever, it's not a big deal. Experience character changes. Trial characters are designed to help you practice and more quickly and conveniently. They've standardized the things, so like the buffs from your wild ginseng crystals and everything are no longer added. That's fine. I kind of forgot the trial thing actually existed. You know, ever since they reduced the cost of tagging, that's what you should be doing. I truly think that tag should just replace the trial system entirely. And what they should do is give everyone a third tag slot, but then remove the trial thing. So you still have to pay for it in whatever the material bottle thingies are. But like if you have more gear, then it helps you. If you don't, well, I think they should just have the box thingy. Like you could buy the box in Battle Arena and then have that, but it only works in the Battle Arena. But then take out the tag or the trial characters and add a third tag. That would just be a lot simpler because you have to go to the main menu or your character selection, switch to the tag or trial character, and then do all that when you could just have a third tag. I think it would just be easier. At least that seems so in my own mind. So it is what it is, though. And then have the box, just buy it in the Battle Arena. And it only works there. Content. A throne of power has been added, allowing adventurers to ascend to Edania's throne through their view realm. Oh, wait. I've seen some streams of like the people who won the Edania for the week. Is this different after opening the thingy? Oh, so basically this is irrelevant for 99.9% of people. I thought this is how it worked in general, like right now, but apparently this window is different. Oh yeah, Blue Battlefield is coming in November. Actually excited. Remember when it was supposed to come out in August and then or September, and then they just didn't talk about it for a couple months? They're saying it's in November. This is official, so I'm excited for that one. I'll try to get in. If you're a Sailor Guild, just let me merc in, and then I'll vote PvP for a little bit. So they changed how a few of the sailors worked and everything. So let's see. The level is now different. Stats. Okay, cool. Field of vision increased and decreased the... So I think, like, range is decreased. Area of effect, like, how far you shoot, like, the width of it, increased. So, is that a good thing? For boat PvP, yes. For doing sailing, maybe, depending on what kind of boat you have and what kind of sailors you have, but overall, it's probably a fine change. It's probably not going to feel any different from your average player. The Blackstone item at the start has been changed to a character bound, or from character to family bound. Very cool. The appearance time of world bosses, which appear at the .45, this number is irrelevant. The 45 is changed to 30. So for people who actually still do world bosses, instead of 11:45, it's 11:30, which, sure, I guess. Despawn timer from 30 minutes to 15, actually a good change. Prolibus, this is how you fix the world bosses and make them more popular again. You add better loot. And that's it. You know that event that gives you those boss seals that you could exchange for stuff? Make that permanent and then revamp the items a little bit in the reward shop. And I guarantee you world bosses will fill every single time. Turns out, when you make like 3 or 4 billion silver grinding an hour, and you're going to a world boss that gives you maybe like 50 mil, it's not worth it. So, you know, fix that. Along with Red Battlefield and other activities, various life skills. Call me, send me an email. I'll help you fix all of the things, because I actually play the game. Okay, so let's see. Boss Vel has been changed. Timers have been reduced. Very good. Grind spots. Orbita Castle, the scene where the Tomb of Light accepts power. Blah, blah, blah. 4 seconds to 1 second. You know the burst at the end that goes like burst, wait 4 seconds, burst again, AFK phase? Yeah, 4 seconds to 1 second. Actually good change. Tenebraum Castle. The Manticore's gimmick of killing nearby prophets has been improved. Oh, yeah. So this is on a timer, and it's like, the way that's trying to say is like, it would do the AFK burst, right? But then the respawn for the enemies is on a different timer. So it's kind of like desynced in a way. And they're trying to sync that timer up. Good change, actually. Tenebraum Castle, when you're in a Marnie realm, the stone slab of Karshian's altar will now be generated a little bit more slowly. What? I've been in both the Marnie realm and non-Marnie realm. I've felt the same, not gonna lie. All right, Zephyros Castle. The distance which the Shadow Knight searches for enemy adventure or nearby adventures has been increased by 250% before. Oh, okay. The range at which the Beelzebub returns to original position has been increased by 25% compared to before. Actually, huge change. Dude, do you know how many times the bosses reset? And it's not even because of the player moving it. It's just because sometimes the attack pattern, it jumps twice and then just keeps jumping in the direction. I've learned to have to, like, align myself. Like, you can't really do back attacks. You have to be slightly on the side. So when it does jump after the third attack, it will jump, like, within an area that won't reset it. So that was something I had to learn. Like, you can't always be doing back attacks because let's say you're right here, right? And then you're behind, this is the boss, you're doing a back attack, it'll jump behind you. Sometimes it'll jump again, resetting it. So you have to align yourself differently. But yeah, return to the original position, increase radius. Actually, one of the biggest changes. I'm glad they noticed. I thought it was just a me issue, but I'm glad this is one of the biggest changes. Fix an issue where damage would not be applied when attacking or an attack by the guards patrolling the night if your alignment was below -500. I think alignment means karma. Literally a non-issue for 99.9% of people, but very cool. Requests and knowledge. The main quest will now be displayed below. Okay. The UIs. Category descriptions have been added to the detailed categories of the hunting ground. So places where you can use paint. I think that's Decia or no, Elvia or Decia. Oh wait, no. There's no Decia for Edania. There's Marnie Realm. Okay, fixes and changes. Holy, that's a wall of text. Let's go through it. The issue where armor dye would be awkwardly exposed when we're moving or wearing capes after dyeing Edana armor has been fixed. You know what they should fix for Berserkers? Make the cape longer. It looks so goofy. Like you're playing a Berserker, right? You're like full armor, and then your cape looks like a fruit roll up cut in half. The floating stone of the sky did not appear when canceling a test request from Magic. Modified continuously. I thought that was just by design, not gonna lie. The issue where falling motion. Okay. Are any of these relevant or just small fixes that various 1% of people will actually notice? A lot of Orbita changes again. Oh, are these the issues that are causing like all these spots to bug out? You know how sometimes when you defeat the waves, you don't get the AFK phase? I wonder if that is what's causing it. Okay, well, kind of interesting patch. Nothing really too exciting. We get a new UI enhancing window. That's probably the highlight of this week, not gonna lie. I still think there are a few changes that they should add in the future if they take my feedback. So for this one, this is actually important. It's not for me, but like I assume for the people that it affects. So this is how it works. Like you click this and it shows your cron stones are on. I think they should still have a checkbox for people who are colorblind or, you know, some sort of way you can't see it. Even though that is checked and it seems like it's straightforward, I still feel like it could give people an issue. So just have like a checkbox to confirm that you are using your crons, because I could see that going very wrong. If I sent like a Nav Sovereign weapon down back to Oct because I couldn't see it, dude, I'd probably quit the game, not gonna lie. So yeah, there's that. So another thing, you know how when people use the Origin of Dark Hungers to increase their fail stack number, is that the equivalent, or is that still going to be in a different tab? Because right now it doesn't show you a picture, but I want to see like if you are using the Origins or equivalent, the feints and whatever, is that it's still in a different tab, or is this the equivalent of how you do it? Because that's important. Endgame players use a lot of them, as we see on the market right now. But aside from that, the whole new quality of life with a reinforcement bag, it seems pretty nice. Ever since they made the all-in-one preset, everyone was so excited, and it was like the biggest disappointment I've ever seen. I even had to make a separate video talking about how to change it and what people actually wanted with the all-in-one. So I'm like, I'll see it like when it's here. If it's good, that's great. If it's terrible, I will call it out again. Aside from that, other good news, we got Blue Battlefield confirmation in November, and sailing stuff has been changed a little bit. I should probably get back into practicing sailing a little bit. And then more quality of life. Overall, nothing really is changing, but, you know, just quality of life, UI changes, that's fine. But that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you guys come back. And we got a bunch of videos coming out in the near future. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.